The story begins with a young boy named Junwoo, who is sitting in his room playing a video game while live streaming it. Everything seems normal until something strange begins to happen. Suddenly, people in his chat start typing the same message again and again. Run. Get out now. At first, Junwoo thinks it's just a prank from his viewers. But then he receives an emergency alert on his phone, and at the same moment, a loud explosion echoes from outside. Screams follow right after. Confused, Junwoo walks to his balcony and looks outside. What he sees shocks him. The entire neighborhood is in chaos. People are running to save their lives. Some are jumping from buildings. Others are shouting in panic. A fire truck crashes into the road, completely out of control. And then he sees something even more horrifying. One person is attacking another like an animal, biting them violently. Junwoo cannot understand what is happening. He sees a mother running with a knife to save her little daughter, but as soon as she grabs her, the same daughter suddenly attacks her own mother and bites her. Junwoo feels a chill run through his entire body. He doesn't know what to do next. Suddenly, there's loud knocking on his apartment door. When he peeks through, everything outside looks quiet. He gathers courage, opens the door, and a man rushes inside. It's his neighbor, Sang-chul, someone he doesn't get along with. Junwoo panics and tells him to leave, but Sang-chul begs, saying he only needs to use the bathroom for 1 minute. Junwoo reluctantly agrees. He turns on the TV and finally learns the truth. A dangerous virus has spread throughout the city. It turns people into zombie-like creatures, and anyone who gets bitten becomes one of them too. As he listens, he notices Sang-chul's clothes are stained with blood. His suspicion grows. He grabs a kitchen knife and shouts at him to get out. Sang-chul insists he is fine, but suddenly his eyes turn red and his expression changes. He begins transforming. Terrified, Junwoo pushes him out of the apartment with all his strength and immediately shuts the door. He barely gets a moment to breathe before another problem appears. Because of the noise, nearby zombies have become alert. And the zombie that Sang-chul turned into is now attacked and killed by another zombie right outside the door. Junwoo watches in horror. Shaken, he drags his fridge and pushes it against the door to block it. Then he tries calling his parents, hoping they are safe. But none of the calls go through. After a while, he receives a message from his mother saying, "We are safe. Do not leave the house and wait for rescue." This gives him a little relief, but the fear remains. That night, he checks his food supplies. Very little is left. First, he divides it into 7 portions to survive a few days, but then decides to divide it into 9 smaller portions because the rescue might take longer than expected. The next morning, he turns on the internet to understand the situation. He sees videos of people begging for help, crying for rescue. He isn't the only one trapped, but seeing it is even more terrifying. Inspired by these videos, he records one of his own, hoping someone will hear him. But as time passes, his hope begins to fade. Some people even live stream their final moments. Junwoo starts to realize that if help was coming, it would have arrived already. Then he notices a small drone in his room. He connects his phone to it and sends it outside to check the surroundings. The footage is horrifying. The entire building and neighborhood look like a war zone. Blood everywhere, screams echoing, and zombies roaming around. He can't spot a single living person. It seems like hope is almost gone. Trying to distract himself, he opens his game again, but the screen shows server disconnected. It appears the zombie outbreak has even damaged the internet infrastructure. With nothing else to do, he decides to sleep. At around 2:30 a.m., strange noises from outside wake him up. Curious and worried, he walks to the window. A bullet suddenly whizzes past his ear. Shocked, he looks down and sees a female police officer fighting alone against a huge group of zombies. She is fearless, shooting them down, but each gunshot attracts more zombies. Soon, she runs out of bullets. As she tries to reload, a zombie attacks her and knocks her to the ground. Surrounded, she lifts her gun to her head, ready to end her life, but 2 zombies grab her arms and drag her toward the underground parking area. More zombies are waiting there. Watching this, Junwoo feels helpless. He shouts to distract the zombies, hoping they will leave her, but it's too late. She doesn't survive, and his attempt fails. Suddenly, a loud bang comes from his door. The fridge blocking it shakes violently. Something kicks the door from outside. It's the same powerful zombie who killed Sang-chul. He is now coming for Junwoo. Panicked, Junwoo tries to push the fridge back into position, but the zombie is too strong. Then a quick idea comes to his mind. He knows zombies aren't smart, but he is. As the zombie starts breaking the door, Junwoo runs to the balcony, climbs over the railing, and hangs from the edge. The zombie follows him and leaps forward, but instead of landing on Junwoo, it falls straight down the tall building and dies. Junwoo barely manages to climb back up safely. But then he sees something heartbreaking. The brave female police officer he wanted to save is now a zombie herself. He closes his door tightly, shutting himself away from the collapsing world outside. His hope disappears. He starts drinking his father's old liquor bottles. When hungry, he eats instant noodles. When tired, he sleeps. And when his emotions overwhelm him, he quietly cries. Days pass like this, and soon his supplies run out. He begins to feel like his life is nearing its end. Then, unexpectedly, his phone receives a voice message from his mother. Seeing this gives him a small spark of hope. But the signal is too weak, and the message won't play. He risks climbing out of the window to get better reception. He finally gets a signal, but what he hears destroys him completely. It is the desperate screams of his parents as zombies attack them. Junwoo listens helplessly. He has now lost everything. Broken inside, he decides he has nothing left to live for. Instead of giving up quietly, he opens his door and attacks a zombie outside, shouting loudly to attract more. But when nothing happens, he carefully steps outside. The moment he does, a large group of zombies rush toward him. Terrified, he runs as fast as he can. He tries calling the elevator, but more zombies appear. He hides behind a trash bin, holding his breath. Luckily, the zombies do not spot him and move away. Junwoo rushes back toward his apartment, but hears footsteps behind him. A blind zombie is following him. Since it cannot see, it misses him. Junwoo quickly enters his apartment and locks the door. Even small noises now attract zombies, and he notices that some zombies still remember human habits, like trying to turn a doorknob. After a while, they lose interest and leave. That night, he accepts that his life is over. The loss of his parents, the loneliness, the hunger, everything breaks him. He records a final video message, saying goodbye to the world and to himself. As he prepares to end his life, a red light flashes across his window. He freezes. The light is coming from the building across from him. He sees a girl there, young, alert, and alive. She signals with a red flashlight and calls him one word: idiot. But for Junwoo, that insult feels like a gift. After so many days, seeing another living human pulls him back toward life. He waves back with a smile. She signals that she will talk to him at 7 a.m. the next morning. Then both return to their rooms. Her name is Kim Yubin. She is also surviving, but unlike Junwoo, she is organized and strategic. She has secured her apartment, rationed food, and set traps to kill any zombie that enters. When they exchange names the next morning, Junwoo is happy but starving. Kim notices his condition and decides to send him some food. She ties a rope to a baseball and tries to throw it to his building so they can make a line between their apartments, but her aim is slightly off. Fortunately, Junwoo understands her plan. He attaches the rope to his drone and flies it to her. The idea works. Kim ties a food packet to the rope and sends it to him. Junwoo smiles for the first time in days. He eats properly after so long, but the relief doesn't last. A firefighter zombie notices the rope and baseball. This zombie is different. It has some human thinking capability left. It starts climbing toward Kim's apartment. Junwoo warns her. She tries to remove the rope, but the zombie yanks it hard, causing a heavy table to fall on her and knock her unconscious. Now the danger becomes serious. The intelligent zombie climbs the wall toward her room. Junwoo throws a bottle to distract it, but it doesn't work. As his last attempt, he flies his drone in front of the zombie's face to confuse it. This works for a moment, but the zombie smashes the drone down. Just as it is about to enter Kim's room, she wakes up in time and escapes. Later that evening, heavy rain begins. Both of them place bowls and containers outside to collect fresh water. After many days, water gave them a little hope again. And while collecting it, Kim pulled out her binoculars and noticed something unusual. On the 8th floor of the building across from them, there wasn't a single zombie. That meant only one thing. Maybe that floor was special, or maybe it was their only chance. But time was running out. Whatever food they had left was now nearly gone. If they wanted to survive, they had no choice but to step outside and search for supplies. The fear was there, but hunger had become even more deadly. That night, Junwoo made up his mind. He wrapped towels around his feet so he wouldn't make any noise, picked up his baseball bat, and slowly opened the door. The hallway was quiet, too quiet. Every shadow looked dangerous. As he walked, he saw a dead body, one of his neighbors. A set of keys lay beside it. Junwoo picked them up and opened the door to the apartment next to it. Inside, a man lay on the floor. Junwoo threw a shoe at him to check if he was alive. No movement. The man seemed dead. Feeling slightly relieved, Junwoo searched the entire apartment. The moment he opened the fridge, the smell of rotten food hit him so hard that he almost threw up. Still, he found a few cans and drinks that were safe. He packed them immediately. On his way out, he found even more packets of food and 2 walkie-talkies. Things were going well. And then he made one mistake. He bent down to take a closer look at the dead body. Curiosity, just for 1 second, and a zombie lunged at him from behind. Instinct saved him. He grabbed the dead body and used it as a shield, blocking the attack. Without looking back, he ran for his life, sprinting toward his apartment. He slammed the door shut, breathing heavily. His heart felt like it would burst out of his chest. But he was alive. For the first time in many days, he ate until he was full. Later, he packed half the food along with 1 walkie-talkie and sent it across to Kim using their rope system. The next morning, he heard her soft, grateful voice through the walkie-talkie. Hearing a human voice after so long brought tears to his eyes. Hope slowly returned. Days passed, and the two of them talked every day. Sometimes they laughed, sometimes they cried, but their conversations kept them alive. In this destroyed world, their friendship became a small light. One evening, while talking, they heard a strange sound, like heavy rain. Junwoo ran to the window, excited to collect water. But when he opened it, his face drained of color. It wasn't rain. It was the sound of hundreds of zombies running. Something had triggered them. They were all charging toward the buildings at once. Junwoo and Kim immediately lay flat on the floor. Even the smallest noise could get them killed. Kim tried to grab her axe, but her hand hit a shelf, causing it to fall loudly. The entire group of zombies turned toward her building. Footsteps echoed near her door. Panic filled the walkie-talkie. Junwoo quickly asked her for her apartment number. When the zombies reached her door, a ringtone suddenly echoed from a nearby apartment. The zombies turned immediately, confused. Junwoo had called her neighbor's phone to distract them. His quick thinking saved her life. But now things were out of control. Their entire floor had been overrun. Their food was nearly finished. Staying here meant death. So they made a plan to move to the 8th floor. The same floor Kim had scouted earlier, the one with no zombies. Kim tied a rope securely outside her window. Junwoo wanted to go first, but Kim didn't listen. She jumped down without hesitation. The moment she landed, zombies charged at her from every direction. But Kim was prepared. She pulled out her climbing pick and sliced her way forward. Watching her from above, Junwoo was stunned. But then a zombie shoved her from behind, and she fell. Junwoo instantly jumped down, swung his bat, and hit the zombie. He grabbed Kim and pulled her toward the stairway. Together, they slammed the glass door shut behind them. But zombies were piling on it. The door was seconds from shattering. They jumped inside the elevator. Luckily, the backup power was still running. The elevator carried them straight to the 8th floor. It was quiet, just like Kim had seen earlier. They began checking the doors one by one. But then, at the end of the hallway, a lone zombie appeared. Junwoo stepped forward, thinking one zombie wouldn't be a problem. He was wrong. A massive crowd of zombies suddenly stormed in through the stairwell. Chaos exploded. Kim ran to try opening doors. Junwoo grabbed a gate and tried blocking the horde. Suddenly, a door swung open. A hand reached out and pulled Kim inside. A smoke grenade rolled into the hallway, releasing thick white smoke. A mysterious man appeared, grabbed Junwoo, and pulled him inside too. For the moment, they were safe. But Kim stayed alert. She remembered, this floor was supposed to be empty. So who was this man? He brought them water and said, "Don't worry. I understand what you're going through." He looked tired, exhausted. After drinking water, Junwoo and Kim slowly drank theirs too. The man seemed friendly. He gave them food. They were starving and ate quickly. He told them he heard on the radio that a rescue team was coming. After so many days, hope finally returned to their eyes. But then Kim noticed something strange. She scanned the room. The family photos on the walls didn't match the man. Not a single one. Before she could fully process it, Junwoo suddenly collapsed beside her. A moment later, Kim's vision blurred. She fell to the floor too. The man's real face was finally revealed. When Kim woke up, she found herself tied in a strange room. In front of her was a woman bound with chains, eyes red, body twitching unnaturally. She was the man's wife, a fully turned zombie. He had refused to let her go. Even after she transformed, he kept her with him. And to feed her, he captured survivors from the building and brought them to her. Every family that once lived here had already become her food. Now Kim was the next. The man slowly loosened the rope holding his zombie wife. Kim screamed, stepping back with nowhere to run. At the same time, Junwoo regained consciousness. Understanding the situation instantly, he grabbed a gun and pointed it at the man. But the man didn't fight. He simply looked at his zombie wife with tired, empty eyes, as if he had accepted everything. Junwoo tried to grab the rope to restrain the zombie, but she was too strong. The rope slipped from his hands. She lunged forward. Junwoo ran to the door, but it was locked from inside. A horrific scream echoed. Then silence. But it wasn't over. Kim had saved herself. She had pressed a pillow over the zombie's face and fought back. The zombie woman was dead. The man, however, still stared at her with the same old love in his eyes. Kim couldn't take it anymore. She picked up the gun and ended both of them. But that gunshot woke every zombie in the building. Doors shook. Screams echoed. They were coming. They had only two options, fight or die. Kim and Junwoo looked at each other, gave a faint smile, and lifted their weapons. Then they heard it, a helicopter. They ran to the window. A rescue helicopter was approaching. Hope surged through them. They sprinted up the stairs, dodging zombies. Junwoo threw a bicycle into the horde to slow them down. Reaching the rooftop, they slammed the door shut. Zombies pounded on it, trying to break through. The helicopter spotted them and opened fire around the roof, clearing the area. And finally, they were rescued. After the rescue, the radio towers came back online. Survivors across the city began sending SOS signals again. Because as long as humans survive, hope never dies. With that, this story comes to an end. If you liked this video, then I highly recommend these two videos on your screen.